Hello, welcome. Happy December 3rd of 2023. Welcome. This is a very good of Sunday reading to you all, and I hope that you guys will like this and give this video a like as well. This is going to be very interesting of how it's going to be. I know that, we need to freshen up. We need to enjoy ourselves. We have to embrace about what's happening through our own standards. And, in that case, in that ability where we understand how it goes, right? Sooner or later we understand about how it feels and how kind of progressing and progressing and progressing, and this is how it seems to be. So this is going to be a reading for whoever is in this, and whoever is going to be very good at this reading as well. So think about this as a wonderful reading and enjoy about it, because in a way this could happen to all of you where your emotions can change where they are. um, if you see me feeling a little bit very odd, yeah, it's I have an emotional, um, usually, and it happens when things can change as they go along. So as we can tell, this is how it seems to be for right now, and this is how it's going to be. So we're going to look at who's on the left side, who's on the right side, and then we're going to continue. I'll do the oracle cards, I'll do the tarot situation, and this is how it seems to be. Okay, so here we go. All right, so we're going to look at this. We're going to look at the left side, we're going to look at the right side. The left side is service. I feel good when I can help others. That's how it seems to be, right? So you have a service, you can do whatever you want with it. On the right side, you have surrender. I can release my need to control. That's how simple it is. You know that way of you can have um, service and surrender. Surrender means that you're surrendering, that you can't do anymore. We have service, that you can help others. It's almost like a time frame, only it's almost like close to a timepiece where you get those interactions and how you're going to feel. So remember about this service card here, because that's how it seems to be. And you're going to look at this surrender card. You look at that way of how it is, right? So we're going to look at those later on. So now we're going to look at the tarot. So we have at least three tarots, one here, one here, and one here. So we're going to do that, and we have the oracle cards that will be linked to it. So this is how it seems to be, okay? You're going to look at three cards to understand what's happening. So we have the Six of Wands reversed, followed by the Three of Wands reversed, and we have the Six of Cups upright. Okay, so that represents Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So we have that, but now we understand that the Three of Wands reversed and the Six of Wands reversed, they're a simple way of how it is. It's a different dynamic, a different way, a different altitude, different way. And you seem to be how that is, right? We impose that situation where we can get to know our strengths and our weaknesses. So let me put the Six of Cups away for a minute. So now we're going to look at these two. Now, I know we're going to clarify. I love that word because we're going to clarify. We're going to clarify this one, and we're going to clarify this one. So on the left side, we have basically, the Five of Swords is upright. That's how it seems to be for that one, because now the Five of Swords represents Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Now this means that you're fighting, you have conflict, right? On the right side, let's see what's opposite of that. You have the Star. Now the star could be an upright, but it was reversed actually when I was seeing it. So I'll put it where it was. So we have the star that there's no wish that comes true right now. This is a way of how you can, believe it or not, where everything seems to be fine and dandy and whatnot. But you know that simple as that. You know how a very significant way of how you can understand of how it is. Um, and everything seems to be all great and all dandy, right? So, I can easily put this Six of Cups back that I could, but we need to clarify. I love that word. We're going to clarify about what's the opposite of the star. The Four of Swords upright. Aha, yeah. Basically now you're resting. So now we know for a fact that this represents Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So we know that situation. We know that this is a very, very conquested way of how it is. This is a fair-paced, balanced. So now we're going to look at the Six of Cups is upright. So we're going to put that there for a minute. Now we know exactly how this is. This is a feeling, okay? Now a feeling is where you're all happy, 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 and then all of a sudden things can switch. Now I call it a ES, stands for emotion switch. From happy, now you're angry. Because now you're angry because you are into this conflict. Now conflict is like almost like a rhythm, only it's not. It's without music. And you have to remember that if things can go from a different way, you do. Okay? Now, overall, this can be a good way, and this is not a very good way as well. Because in that note, you have to figure out how things are, how they can be very good as how it is. Things can go from a different way, a different setup, a different organization, whatever it is. But you have to remember that things can go from a good way instead of a bad way. You know what I mean? Okay. That's how it seems to be. Because in order to the cards are as this is how it seems to be. Because you're not wishing anymore, you have, you're resting, you had conflict, right? And then you're resting about you had conflict, right? So this is a fair base between the water signs and air signs so far. Now, this is just the start of a reading, but it's going to continue to build up, okay? Because this is not over yet, because we're going to, I love this word, clarify, because we're going to do that. So we're going to look at that one, and look at this one. So over here, we have the Ace of Water is falling in love or resurgence of relationship, spiritual growth and enhanced intuition, a new home. Okay, so this represents still Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. This one over here, the Magician, Archangel Raziel. You're ready, you have resources or the ability to manifest them. Life is magical, right? So that's how it is for that one. This one over here, you have the Three of Water. It's celebration, a wedding, graduation, or birth announcement. The need to have more fun. Exactly, that represents Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. So this between the water signs right now, right? They're back and forth. And this is how it seems to be. Now we know that there is a good way of how it is. So we have a different way, a different setup. And we always know how it is. We always how to believe or not. So this is how it seems to be. So this is how it is. This is how it remains. Now, you're not over yet, okay? Because now you're going to think. So tell me what's opposite of the Ace of Water, please, Spirit. Give me two cards that will clarify it. So we're going to look at this to clarify the left side, because we're going to clarify the middle side and the right side. This one we have Page of Pentacles is upright. Yeah. So that represents Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus as your signs. This one's the Three of Cups. Aw, how lovely. So that represents Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. So still represents the water signs. So you have earth signs, water signs, right? Still represents the earth signs over here, right? Earth, water, right? It's like a pattern here. This one over here, now I don't really unsure about this. Magician. Yeah. So let's see. We're going to clarify with these two. It won't fit, but I'm just gonna over here for a minute. The E of Swords is reversed, and the Five of Cups is upright. See, this is still represents the water signs. Okay, so we know that this is very fair based, right? So we know exactly how that is. Now we know about we won't see the second card, but you have the Hangman is upright, and then followed by the Seven of Swords is upright. So you know how it is, right? So you have a balance between all the water signs, the earth signs, water signs here, and then over here you have the Hangman, and then you have the air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So you have restrictions in your own way. Um, there is a way of how you can change this in order to know what you're going to deserve, right? And you how to understand about that, right? Uh, what else I could tell you? Um, so you know about that. So now we're going to understand about how this is going to be forming, and we know this. So we know how it seems to be that, and we have to clarify. I love that word because this is how it seems to be, and we're going to clarify the top cards. And we're going to clarify that because that's how it seems to be for that one. And so we have, we have the Queen of Wands is reversed. We have the Three of Swords is upright. See, didn't I say that? And then this one over here, you have the High Priestess is reversed. Yeah, see, these are very uncommon cards where you have this is reversed, the Queen of Wands reversed, you have this, the High Priestess reversed, but you have the Three of Swords that's still acting like it's upright, which means, you have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So, if you have this in your chart, if you have the air signs, if you have water signs, this is how it kind of is. So now we're going to figure this out between what's the opposite of the Queen of Wands reversed and what's the opposite of the High Priestess. This one you have the Floor of Fire is contentment, peace, and abundance, a happy home life, the successful completion of a project. Okay, that's how it seems to be for that one. So it still represents Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. And over here, the Six of Air. Things are looking up, the end of a difficult situation, taking a trip. That's how it seems to be. So that represents Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So you know how this is very, very well known because and that means that aspect, you believe how everything goes, right? Now, you have to understand that whether you have the service card and you have the surrender card, you put them into a very conquestive way, okay? Now you know, okay, well, I have a service with everybody, now I want to surrender. Now, you don't want to surrender. It's your choice that you want to surrender or not, right? This is a very nice reading, okay? I never did a reading like this before, but this is very nice. And, it's very, very well balanced where you get to know exactly how it is because you have a lesson to learn. And when you have that lesson, you think, okay, well, everything seems to be all peachy, everything will be all fine. But when you think about it, it's not really because now you know exactly how this is. It's a way of how you feel, the way how you act, the way how you can motivate yourself. And motivation is the best key there is, right? You have to believe that you can do it. You can believe about how everything is, right? So now we know what the oracle cards are. And let's see what the oracle cards are going to say. So we have beautiful uncaging. We have healing the heart. That's one. Body and soul, right? So you have that skill. You have that way of how this is. This is almost like a way of how it is because at the bottom of these decks of the cards, right? So you have basically you have the Three of Waters reversed, but that could be an upright card. You have the Nine of Fires upright. You have the Knight of Waters upright. You have the Three of Fires upright, and you have the Knight of Fire, and then you have the Two of Water, and then you have the Nine of Earth. Like this is how it seems to be. So I'm just gonna put those cards here so you can understand about that. Right? So you have that way that fair based. At the bottom of this deck, you have the moon that's reversed. You have the world is upright. You have this Nine of Swords is upright. The Fool is reversed. Right? The Temperance is reversed. So you have those. I'm not going to put on the table. This one over here on the half of the deck, you have the Four of Wands is upright. And then on the other half of the end of this deck, you have the Seven of Swords reversed, right? So you believe about that concept. You believe that how everything seems to be all natural and everything is all keen and pizzazz and you believe about how that is because oh my word, that this is a huge, huge reading I've never seen before from the service and surrender because in that note, you have to remember that things can go from a different way, right? You have to let them be because, for example, if you're in a long-term relationship, even if you're learning into a short-term relationship, you have to believe your own self where you can do it. Doing as the best outcome there is. for your partner, for your possess, for everything. And you have to contribute to do whatever you want to do. Like I know that there are times where yes, there you can feel emotional, the other person can feel emotional, but when you have that step and step and step, move back to move forward one, whatever it is, you have to choose that scenic route where you can get whatever you want because things are can be all good, things can be all balanced. There's a way of how you can figure it out because in other words you have to know exactly how it is, you know exactly how you feel, the way how you act, the way how you can promote your own situation. Whether if you're on retreat or not, you have to remember that you have to take your own self as your own way to balance of having a long-term relationship or having a short-term relationship. There are two differences, right? It's the same as couples and singles as well. But you have to remember that you have to believe about what's happening. The cards can represent of how it is. You have to do what I'm saying because that's how the cards are. I know that this is very significant of how this reading is. I know that this is a very well known concept, but that's how it is. So you believe how everything is. So now we're going to look at the bottom of the oracle cards. See, you have the health. So I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. So put that there for health. Loneliness. I know that I'm never alone. Oh, that's a good one. So put that one there. And last one is death. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. Oh, I like that one too. And one more. Imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of mind. That's a good one too. So, this is how it seems to be. Before I let you all go, you remember how it is. Um, we believe about how everything seems to be all good. Remember that this is kind of be a well-known situation where everything can go from a different way and you have to let them be. Because in other words, you have to follow and believe in yourself. So I hope that this reading helps you. I hope that this is a good way. Enjoy and remember that this is a good reading and I hope that you guys will enjoy this reading. So I hope that this is very keen. Enjoy and this is how it goes. So I hope that this is going to be good. Subscribe to the channel as you want to, and this is how it seems to be. So thank you very much. Have a good day to all, and see you next time. Thank you. Bye for now. Really, bye.